What's up? Red bricks to y'all. This is Red Brick Bob in the Black Mirror, and we just doing some looking, and we're gonna talk about a couple things. Somebody who made comments led me to look at these Philadelphia city officials and town there in Kensington, Philadelphia, and other places in the realm as well, like Oregon and Chicago, LA, San Francisco, all these terrible spots that corporate America has imposed on us by their not knowing how to do nothing right. Okay? So that's a fact. We see that the first step in liquidating the people is to erase its memory, destroy its books, its culture, its history. Then have someone write new books, manufacture a new culture, invent a new history. Before long, the nation will begin to forget what it is and what it was. Okay? So true yesterday, so true today, and even more so today. Today we have the technology to spread this information around very quickly. Okay, and that's what we need to start doing. We have election coming up. All those dirtbags that are wanting to be president need to be welded in cells, folks. But that's a topic all by itself. We're just going to take a look at Kensington, and then we're going to take a look at a gal for a minute named Michelle Gibson and something that she has been sharing in regard to it. And I urge those who never heard of Michelle Gibson, go check her out. It's bittersweet. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. So we're kicking this live, no rehearsing, no nothing. I just opened up a couple of browsers and put that in there, and I got 2 YouTube videos. Went into take a gander at some of the footage of what's going down in Kensington and with these loser leaders. So we're gonna take a look at that. Red bricks to y'all. What we got going here? There we are. Red bricks to all you folks out there. What I'll do here is maybe close this up here so we don't waste the resources there. And that's our future. Unchecked evil by these losers that call themselves leaders and nobles and royals and elites. Corporate America douchebags, right? So we'll take a look. We just get one. I think I got a picture here of some the top 10 overall corporate douchebags before we look at Philadelphia. We'll just take a look at our top 10 corporate America douchebags who are part of the problem that we're going to take a quick look at here in the streets of Philadelphia for the world to see, for everybody to start saying, wake up. These people are nothing but parasites and scumbags that are leading us, and it's time to round them up and weld them in cells, folks. So here, let's see if we can find this one picture of these, I call it the rich virus. So let's go look for this picture real quick, image, the rich virus. It must have been a desktop, I think. Rich virus ping, there it is. I found it. I got so many pictures, it's hard to find stuff, but you know you got stuff in your head. You know where shit's in your computer and so forth. So here we go. We stretch this, we transform that by stretching it to the screen so you can see these mugs of these people. They're no good, folks. They're part of the problem. of what we're going to look at. All this money that they've acquired in this America, and in the world as well, along with our leaders like the Trumps and the Bushes and the Bidens and the Obamas, all a bunch of liars, bunch of people that we need to not vote for, that we need to not support right here. Those are some of the images of, and we have a big database, and the database is growing bigger every day, and we know who the problem is in the world, and we need to start doing something about it, folks, as red brick people, and we will, one brick at a time. But usually we're talking about meltology here, but in meltology we have to look at the facts of things that we're dealing with in the present that led us to how we've come about meltology and who those tricksters are that have been hiding this melted realm from us. Our historians and those book burners and those people who want you to not see. Those are the Nazis. Guys like Bezos driving around a truck with a big penis on it all over the place, right? He made money selling books, right? Come on, folks. They're burning books. They're creating fake wars in Ukraine now, fleecing our money, talking about space and wasting more money, doing nothing for us, augmenting the weather, killing people, calling things wildfires when they've augmented the weather to use electricity and other powers to damage people and their homes and their properties to take what they want again. There's the facts, folks. So anyway, no sleep for me. Poison ivy, you see. So there's the real poison ivy of the world right there. So enough looking at them ugly mugs. But that's just food for thought. Do your own research. And this is what they're going to create for you and I in this realm if we don't start getting a hold of these freaks. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so here we are in the Black Mirror, trapped in a realm with gobbly-gob, convoluted history at best, telling us what occurred and so forth. Okay, so we know they're all liars about that. Now what we're going to do, we shut this down here, so we ain't using the resources. We're going to shut this down here. What else we got to shut down here? Let's see, image here maybe. Yeah, we shut that down too. So we save these resources, because blah blah blah. So here we are. Okay. I got a window capture open up somewhere there. Okay, I got a window capture open right there. Now, let's close this guy up here. Sorry, this is live, and it's just me, the red brick dick. So, now, we looked at them freaks who are running, well, let's just start there. And then later we'll end it in better thoughts talking about meltology. But just, this is for some of the people who made comments who are from Pennsylvania. So we wanted to just take a look at these dirt balls. Who's on the Philadelphia City Council? There's all their mugs right there. There's other officials, other leaders there that helped wreck the place. And look at them. Look at these dirt balls, man. They should have to go lay down in the streets with all those people over there in Kensington and stay there, okay, until it's cleaned up. All of them. Put your jimmies on and get your nasty asses over there. Or resign and go put your head in a hole where it belongs, because you're derelict losers. None of you people are leaders. You shouldn't be leading a slug to nothing. It shouldn't be leading a fly to shit. You guys are dirt balls. So that's my opinion, my belief of what I subjectively see from what your outcome of what you do. You've sown and here's what you reap. You are just monsters. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should move out of the United States, because we do not need none of you scumbags. There, you heard it from Red Brick Bob. So let's take a little read what this little outfit has to say about these people, because the district and some are at large. We just quickly say something here. So after a relatively tumultuous city council race in 2019, a new council took office on January 6th. Council classes 2020 included 13 incumbents and 4 new members. See, the incumbents, the dirt bags are already causing the problem. You all need to be eradicated, all of you. Anyway, and including a couple upsets, blah blah blah, and there's their names and so forth, and I don't want to get into the names and so forth. I don't really give a shit. They're all dirt balls. But you can look it up, and you know, and I'll put a link to this article in itself. Okay. And it just gives you a listing of why they resigned, you know, what they have, bribery, conspiracy, and just all these different frauds while they're doing in office, trying to get money and find loopholes to get money, not to help people. And they push drugs. Look, Walgreens right there, when we go down a rip in Kensington here in a minute, that's operating well. See, these dirtbags work with these drug agents, these pharmaceutical companies and so forth. Cops are just, fire every damn cop. The whole Pennsylvania, all you leaders need to be welded in the cell. Not just Philadelphia, all of you. It is pathetic. In many other states as well, they're allowing this kind of crap and these people to make money and spend tax dollars to earn a living to cause this kind of chaos. How about that, folks? So that's some absolute truth. So let's see how our stream's doing right there. Oh, I got this guy blocking the view. So, oh, sorry. There's those dirt bags right there. Sorry about that, folks. That guy was blocking you out. So anyway, we see who's on there, right? There those dirt balls are, and there's the article and so forth. And let's see if I got a link. Let's see, I got a link. Let's see here. I'll dump that. If anyone wants to read it, I'll dump it right in the chat right now. So, we'll go to live chat. If anyone wants to read that, go ahead and read it. The link's in the chat. You can see what they're talking about. And see how first what led me to it, someone in the chat was from Pennsylvania, so I looked up tourism, things to do in Kensington, Philadelphia, and you should see what it pulled up. It was pretty sad. There ain't nothing to do except, watch yourself, because shit's gonna hit the fan. So anyway, so Kensington tour guide, and so forth. They ain't got nothing to offer, and those leaders, like, look, here's what they have to offer. Look at this. Just pathetic, man. Just pathetic, the streets of Philadelphia, what they've turned into. And it's not just Philadelphia, it's a lot of other places. Okay? So, that's a fact. Let me get this so it just stays focused right now, always on top. So, sorry, there might be a little glitch in this and that, but no big deal. So, yeah, pretty sad, all doing the nod from whatever they're taking. So, get to know them dirtbags are doing that to those people. So we'll take a little walk right here in Kensington, okay, Avenue. And little food for thought. For educational purposes, we're using the clip. We don't make money at this. We just do this to try to inform people that we have a bunch of dirtballs in charge. They've been hiding history from us. They're busy wrecking monuments in Hawaii now. Blame it on the weather and electricity when they know damn tootin' what they did, and you have been revealed. We are not that dumb. We aren't those dumb sheep that you think we are, you corporate scumbag American leaders. And to you scumbag leaders in Philadelphia and Kensington, hey, I pray that this is you one day, that this is you, or worse, tenfold worse than what you've created. You are the zombies, and this is what you've turned people into. with the way you regulate things and the way you do things. You in the pharmaceutical industry, how these people getting these drugs to be all strung out like this everywhere, nodding in the street, throwing a syringe on the street. This is my America, not your America. Look what you did. Get your asses out of your beds, and out of your offices, and get there cleaning that shit up, you lazy ass people. You no good for nothing people. To allow these people to be like this, man. See, they got a zombie apocalypse mind. And what did we just read just a little while ago? See, we just read just a minute ago, right? Right there, about what they do. Erase your memory. See, Walgreens is right there helping them erase their memories. See, these people don't know shit. The only thing they know right now is to chase what they're chasing. And these dirtballs that call themselves leaders are the ones that have done that to them. Huh? Yeah. Oh, not like done it to them, but, you know, enabled them. See what I'm saying? And to inflict this upon a beautiful city that was here when America was founded, that they hide from us. They don't want you to go here and look. Why would you want to go there and look now at what we're talking about, meltology, that all these buildings that you're looking at are, not all of them, but many of them, were already here. And they just dug them up. There was tech on the grid everywhere. And a handful of dirtballs, and then they get their constituents to do shit, and like the city council and so forth, and it just perpetuates. It's been going on way too long. And meltology is going to help make this stop. I know it. I feel it. More people need to know about meltology and why they do the things they do to us with their ritualistic things, their evil agenda, their plan, their New World Order agenda. It's not a conspiracy, but indeed it is, because those who are conspiring were your former president. George Bush Sr. told you, we're real close to it, right? We're real close to New World Order. See? They're all dirtballs. These NBC, ABC, you know, look, some of these channels, his dirtball grandkids and daughters and so forth are on these programs talking smack and telling lies, earning a living. See, and their father and all their constituents should be locked up, welded in cells. But see, you have an inverted realm where these douchebags can just do anything they want. They can burn down paradise. They can burn down Maui. They can augment your weather. They can tell you to put on a mask, and you just do it. You need to not do nothing. Don't comply with nothing these dirtbags talk about. Not a thing. So, that's just a quick look at that. We're not going to spend a lot of time there. So, there it is. Pretty sad. You know, pretty sad. Nothing super sad. So, just sick. So, we stopped that for a minute. We're going to go over here, and we're going to hear a little bit from a gal named Michelle Gibson, and I'm just taking a little excerpt that I'm going to play from right here and forward. I don't know when I'm going to stop. I didn't even watch the whole thing through on this. Well, I did all the way to 6 minutes left of it. 6 minutes and 9 seconds left of it where I've stopped. But I backed it up just to play some here, because there's some other good stuff in here, and I'll leave a link to her channel as well if someone wants to check her out. Here it is. Go back in my comment. There's Michelle Gibson link. What I wanted people to. Oh, are they doing? Yo, what up, man? What's going on? Why ain't it responding? Yo, what's up there, Mickey Ray? So anyway, I got this link. That's for the Michelle Gibson link right there. So nothing, just killing a little. Poison ivy's getting a little bit better, but I'm on these steroids, so it keeps me up. I'm hyper as hell right now. I just took one of them steroid pills at I don't know, when I ate dinner, and I was supposed to take two, but I didn't. I only took one, and I'm zipped, man. So anyway, good to see you. So I got through off what I was saying. So let's see what's going on here. So we got Mickey Ray in the house, and that kind of threw me off because there wasn't no one there and I was talking. But I was like, hey, Whitetail 7, you're the result. I'm looking at Philadelphia, Pennsylvania and stuff because you were in the chat last time, so I was looking around, and I think I just stumbled upon so much madness that's going on, not just in Pennsylvania, but I'm going to we touched off on that just a little bit. So thank you. See how you just, you weren't talking about what I'm just talking about, but you invoked this because, see, blah, blah, how that works, man. So thanks for that. Everything works out for a reason, and you enlighten yourself more about what's going on and everything like that. So peace to you there, Whitetail. Peace. So what else we got going on here? Okay, we got them links there. I got to keep on pattern here because I'm a little bit, not right because of medication I'm on. So here we are again, and we just play this little section here. And this is Michelle Gibson. Let's see what she has to say.
I think there was a hostile takeover of the Earth by negative beings after a deliberately caused cataclysm involving the Earth's grid system that resulted in what has come to be known to us as the Mud Flood, and that those who created a new world were shovel-ready to dig out enough of the original...
Okay, now, see, now, we talk about a mud flood, but we're in a timeline where nobody wants to correlate that there was this great melt first, okay? So that's the only really problem, because it seems like people want to say there was all these different individual skirmishes that caused this over and over and over and over and over in regions and plains. And I tell you, it was one big one first. Thereafter, man did things like, burning Paradise down, burning Maui down, burning stuff down, giving you just gobbledygook information of this happened and that happened, and using weather. See, so they have this in their playbook and their agenda book, and we just know that that what they say is not true, and what we are seeing and saying is so, and we aren't the conspiracy theorists. See, so we just play. I just had to stop that for a second to share how I felt about what she said. I understand mud floods, you know what I mean? But you have to get to, what caused this, and so forth, and what's involved in this mud. Melted buildings, folks. See? So that's why you have these rock curtaining effects on what we call mountains today, and why we have cobblestone, and so much more. So, hear this lady out. She's very, very intelligent, and she's on point about just about everything. That's probably the only thing so far. Well, there's a couple other things that don't jive with what she says, but that's okay. I love the path that she's on. And some try to trick me to say she's the government because she uses Michelle Gibson and the government G in her Gibson name. Now, if she is, she just enlightened me to more truth and help us to see what nasty government there is. So if it's the government ratting on the government to get us upset, well, it's working. So anyway, so let's play this out.
Infrastructure to restart civilization. The original order of society was turned upside down, and we have been the subjects of a vast human and social engineering project, not for our best interest, but that of other beings. A sudden cataclysm.
Oh, you better not take us to no ad, man. So anyway, so that's what.
Event, creating swamps, deserts, and even submerging entire land masses around the Earth, would account for how a highly advanced worldwide civilization of giants, could be wiped from the face of the earth and erased from our collective memory. Shovel ready to dig out enough of the original infrastructure to restart civilization, you say? I first encountered the Ames Shovel Shop and the Ames brothers when tracking a long-distance alignment starting and ending in Washington, D.C., through Easton, Massachusetts. In 1803, the Ames Shovel Works was established in Easton by Oliver Ames Sr. For point of reference, the year of 1803 was also the same year as the Louisiana Purchase. By the way, I can't help but notice the map of the Washita Empire on the left, roughly corresponding to the map of the Louisiana Purchase on the right.
Yeah, no doubt.
But who are the Washita? The Washita Moors, spelled M-U-apostrophe-U-R-S, also known as the Ancient Ones and the Mound Builders, still exist to this day and have been recognized by the UN as the oldest indigenous civilization on Earth. But for some reason, the general public has never heard of them. Washita proper, the ancient imperial seat, is in northern Louisiana, in and around Monroe. How come we've never heard anything about the Washita? Quite simply, they don't want us to know. Back to why I think those behind the New World Order were shovel-ready to dig things out after their cataclysm. The Ames Shovel Works in Easton became nationally known for providing the shovels for the Union Pacific Railroad, which opened the West. It was said to have been the world's largest supplier of shovels in the 19th century.
Okay, see there? Like we've been saying, they dug it up, folks. It's all been dug up. All the capitals in America were dug up. Not one of them were built. Built upon, fixed up, moved in. Throwing people out, killing people, tricking people, Native Americans here who are of different color, that, oh, you lived in teepees and so forth. And that was a lie. They were not living in teepees. Some of them were already dug up these buildings as well after the cataclysm event. But this group of people go in there and kill them there later and cause, wars and so forth. Bring migrate people here to this America, have them dig stuff up and then slaughter them. There's evidence of that too, but that's hidden. Books were burned. See, you remember when we were here earlier? The books were burned, The books were burned, You got losers like this, leading, Look at them, man. Every one of them are just putrid people. That's my opinion, based on what we just seen here. See what they allow to happen. They allowed to cause that. They didn't just allow it. They helped to perpetuate this, folks. Many cities like Oregon. Look, Oregon, you go do anything you want. Cops here in this video too of what I just showed you here is the same thing. So, no, they don't want people to know the truth. You're right, they hide it and they want to talk about, oh, what good jobs they're doing, and then they want to give themselves a 10% raise every year. What a bunch of dirtbags, you know what I mean? So, well, anyway, there's some more in Kensington, of how they're wrecking stuff. And there's the Kensington, what is this for? A travel guide. Look what they showed it, There's some more multiplication there, but there ain't nothing to see there, man. And there is, but it's so putrid, so they're doing this deliberately to keep people away from looking at what we're talking about. Go look at all the foundations of all those buildings in Pennsylvania of old, and you'll know that they went through the meltdown there, and there's a group of people hiding them, just like this lady's talking about right now, and she's going to keep talking. So we're going to just play out the rest of what she had to say here and see what anybody has to say. I'm going to go into grab my phone and try to find the chat right now, because I can't see the chat right now.
In 1844, Oliver Sr. transferred the shovel business to his sons, Oliver Jr. and Oakes. The Ames brothers were an interesting pair. Oliver Ames Jr. was also the president of the Union Pacific Railroad from when it met the Central Pacific Railroad in Utah for the completion of the first transcontinental railroad in North America. Oakes was a member of the U.S. Congress House of Representatives from Massachusetts' 2nd District from 1863 to 1873. He is credited by many as being the most important influence in building the Union Pacific portion of the first transcontinental railroad. Oakes was also involved in the Credit Mobilier scandal of 1867 regarding the improper sale of stock of the railroad's construction company. He was formally censured by Congress in 1873 for his involvement, and he died in the same year. He was exonerated by the Massachusetts State Legislature on May 10th of 1883, the 10th anniversary of the completion of the Transcontinental Railroad. I go into depth as to what I think the deliberately caused cataclysm was in my recent conversation with Chad and Adam on the destruction, exploitation, and reverse engineering of the Earth's grid system. But in a nutshell, it came to my awareness years ago in one of the books that I read by Peter Boone, that on the day of the Philadelphia experiment, on July 22nd of 1942, Aleister Crowley, in an act of ceremonial black magic, passed his baby son through the circular megalith at Menantoul in Morvah, Cornwall, that sent a line of energy from there across the ocean that went through Montauk Point at the far eastern tip of Long Island. Not only is there a linear relationship of the Pine Barrens in southeastern Massachusetts, central Long Island, and New Jersey in close proximity to Philadelphia and the naval yard there, that same line can be extended to Morvah in Cornwall, where Menantoul is, all the way to the swamps of Louisiana. There are abandoned trains in Assumption Parish in Louisiana and in the New Jersey Pine Barrens, out in the middle of nowhere, and these and other ruined landscapes along the way. Not only did we see many swamplands along the Serpent Lake with a history of railroad, we saw places like the Indiana Dunes and the city of Gary, Indiana, magically transformed from the dunes of the southern shore of Lake Michigan. I'm going to end this video with this historic portrait of David Farrow, the last king of the Montauk, in a setting of sand dunes.
What we got left?
David Farrow lived between 1835 and died on July 18th of 1878. He was buried in the Indian Field Cemetery on the old reservation lands on Montauk Point, next to what today is Montauk State Park and Camp Hero State Park. In 1910, a judge ruled that the Montauks no longer existed as a tribe and were disenfranchised from their ancestral lands, though today the Montauk are actively working towards the reversal of this decision, as well as the revitalization of their language and culture. Camp Hero on Montauk Point is alleged to be the location of the Montauk Project, a series of U.S. government projects with the purpose of developing things like psychological warfare techniques, MKUltra, and time travel research, among others. If all this sounds crazy, remember the old saying, truth is stranger than fiction. We have been taught and told egregious lies from cradle to grave to get us to the upside-down world we live in today.
Alright, that played out already. I just lit up, man. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just show it. We're gonna play it from the beginning, and then when I get back we'll shut it down. I just wanna put people up on Michelle Gibson if they don't know who she is already, and go check it out. So we'll play that out.
Finally, we have made it to Lake Itasca, the head region of North America. The Itasca State Finally, we have made it to Lake Itasca, the headwaters of the Mississippi River, not far from Lake Superior and the Great Lakes region of North America. The Itasca State Park was established in 1891, we are told, to preserve remnant stands of virgin pine and to protect the basin around the Mississippi's source. In 1832, Henry Schoolcraft, a geographer, geologist, and ethnologist, was part of an expedition that determined that Lake Itasca was the source of the Mississippi River. He also would appear to have been a Freemason as well. Congress commissioned Schoolcraft to do a comprehensive reference work on the history, culture, and social mores of Indian tribes throughout North America in 1847, and which was published in 6 volumes between 1851 and 1857. This is an interesting finding. Not only did Henry Schoolcraft find the source of the Mississippi River, he himself was likely the source of a new narrative about the indigenous people as well. Now I'm going to compare the Mississippi River and the Nile River in Egypt, and am wondering if there is an inverse mirrored relationship between the Mississippi River region and the Nile River region in Africa. First, there's a straight west-to-east linear relationship between the location of the Mississippi River Delta and that of the Nile River Delta. The Mississippi River, also known as the Father of Waters, flows southward from Lake Itasca for 2,552 miles, or 4,107 kilometers, to the Mississippi Delta in southeastern Louisiana. The Nile River, also known as the Father of African Rivers, with its 2 major tributaries, the White Nile and the Blue Nile, is 4,130 miles, or 6,650 kilometers long. The source of the White Nile is Lake Victoria, in what is called the Great Lakes region of Central Africa. The source of the Blue Nile is Lake Tana, a sacred lake in Ethiopia, and it joins the White Nile to become the Nile at Khartoum, the capital of Sudan. From Khartoum, the Nile flows northward to the Nile Delta. This is an aerial view of the Mississippi Delta, which is on the southeastern coast of Louisiana on the left, showing many geometric and straight channels, and the same type of straight geometric channels are also found in the Nile Delta. In summary, I am seeing that the ancient advanced global civilization was the Moorish civilization, with its roots in ancient Mu, or Lemuria, and Atlantis, and were the builders of civilization all over the earth, which existed until relatively recent times, much more recently than we can imagine, instead of those attributed false historical narratives we have been taught about who built the world's infrastructure. There were many different empires within one unified, integrated, and harmonious worldwide civilization. I think there was a hostile takeover of the earth by negative beings after a deliberately caused cataclysm involving the earth's grid system that resulted in what has come to be known to us as the mud flood, and that those who created the new world were shovel-ready to dig out enough of the original infrastructure to restart civilization. The original order of society was turned upside down, and we have been the subjects of a vast human and social engineering project, not for our best interest, but that of other beings. A sudden cataclysmic event, creating swamps, deserts, and even submerging entire land masses around the earth, would account for how a highly advanced worldwide civilization of giants could be wiped from the face of the earth and erased from our collective memory. Shovel ready to dig out enough of the original infrastructure to restart civilization, you say? I first encountered the Ames Shovel Shop and the Ames brothers when tracking a long-distance alignment starting and ending in Washington, D.C., through Easton, Massachusetts. In 1803, the Ames Shovel Works was established in Easton by Oliver Ames Sr. For point of reference, the year of 1803 was also the same year as the Louisiana Purchase. By the way, I can't help but notice the map of the Washita Empire on the left, roughly corresponding to the map of the Louisiana Purchase on the right. But who are the Washita? The Washita Moors, spelled M-U'-R-S, also known as the Ancient Ones and the Mound Builders, still exist to this day and have been recognized by the UN as the oldest indigenous civilization on Earth. But for some reason, the general public has never heard of them.
Okay.
Washita proper, the ancient imperial
that.
seat, is
So
in
I'm gonna
northern
stop
Louisiana,
that, folks.
in and around Monroe. How come we've never heard anything about the Washita?
Right,
Quite
we heard
simply,
that.
they
So
don't
thanks,
want us
Michelle,
to know.
for that, and thanks for letting us use your thing for educational purposes. So, you know, there it is. They're talking about what she just said a second ago. in regard to, making deserts and so forth. Thereafter, well, that initially went through the meltification, but they go in there thereafter and destroy it. Destroy pockets of survival and these mountains and all kinds of stuff, and then utilize the infrastructure of the insides of these mountains, and then they'll call them caves, and they're spelunking and miners and all this other stuff, not talking about what really happened, and that's been hidden from us by a group that always want to hide. They always want to hide stuff, don't they? They're the constituents of those same group of people who are behind this madness with your corporate America, with your Philadelphia. Your Freemasons took over Philadelphia, and what happened to our Philadelphia, folks? Huh? What happened? Huh? That happened. As we pan around and go through Kensington here, know that this is all was here already. It was just built upon, folks. Just built upon. And we, in the red, me especially, in the red brick community, wants the whole world to know who you really are, you Freemasons and you scumbag corporate America losers, and what you're doing, what your game plan is. You are in the age of revealing, and we are revealing you to the world. This is not a conspiracy. Do you see it? They caused it. They're the problem. They are the problem. Not these poor folks that ended up in the gutter because of a system that's broken. See, we need to fix the problem, and the problem is government, period. They need to be extinguished. We need new leaders, real men and women, not these dirtbags. Look what they will produce for your cities, where your kids and your grandchildren have to go. How can you have a tourism industry in your city when it's like this, you dirtbag leaders? You should be in jail, you dirtbags. I'll say it again and again, because nobody's saying, we don't have no news agency. They just have your PBS crap and your NBC crap with your Lester Holtz and your douchebags. You know what I mean? Just sitting there spitting out lies. They want to talk about what ethnic they are and this and that. And they're dirtbags. He ain't no color. He ain't nothing but dirt. Speaking shit for a group of people who spit out lies every day. Even their meteorologists are liars, folks. They'll tell you there's new clouds when we know it's them augmenting the weather. No such thing as new clouds. So, anyway. See, I'm kind of like a little rant. Yeah, the reset is coming, Mickey Ray says. I say Jimmy Ray a couple times by mistake because I used to play handball with a cat named Jimmy Ray. So forgive me there, Mickey Ray. That's why I make a mistake. And I'm old. And I got a buzz. And I'm on some steroids for poison ivy that makes you hyper as hell, man. And then all of a sudden your heart will just slow down a little bit. I'll be glad this poison ivy starts going away, because I don't take no kind of drugs, And it really affects me, man. I haven't even seen a doctor in, 10 years. And I had to go to one of those little clinics, emergency ambulatory clinic, because my doctor's dead, man. Yeah, he's a young guy who's out injecting people, and now he's dead, so. Oh well. Guess you live by the gun, you die by the gun, right? So maybe he might be in the footage right here. Who knows? So, anyway.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever thought about your blood flow? Redwood uses just a few simple,
we don't want to hear no
ingredients.
commercial. So, we don't want to hear any commercial. So, thank you anyway. So, that's it. When I was watching this, and when I watch stuff like this, and I don't watch it that often, anything like this, you know, I mean, I did my little tour, and now that I looked at Pennsylvania, it's just as bad in just about every inner city. Some city officials hide it better than others in different areas, the underground systems and so forth. So we know that to be true, but I look around and see the red bricks in the past, and I know they're doing nothing but destroying stuff today right in our face. Like, what do they do in Maui? And it's on your Mountain Dew cans. They had a whole agenda of how the Mountain Dew had to know how to write all these things up on their cans, you know. So just there's corporate America for you with their sign everywhere, sign, and think things are funny and so forth. And you have police here walking around and standing around, and just me as a viewer, I spotted 2 dealers there, and they're probably working for the cops because they didn't do nothing. They don't do nothing, and people are paying them a wage, folks, and they're going to get Social Security. They don't deserve shit. They don't deserve a pension. They don't deserve their job. Take their badges away. Weld them in cells as well, and all those public officials. Let's get something done. So, can we muster up some real leaders, anybody? Do you have any philanthropists with heart and soul and want to make a difference in this America and start eradicating this corporate America dirtbags that are denigrating our entire America and world with their new world order? You know? Is there anybody out there? But what are we gonna do? We're just gonna have to keep plugging away. Looks like this shit's gonna really come out to play, and then the shit's gonna hit the fan for them. So I can't wait for the shit to hit the fan for those people who caused this. And in the meanwhile, I'm gonna pray for those people who are in that kind of condition in another city in America that these douchebag leaders just allow to proliferate with the pharmaceutical industry at hand while they give us this gobbledygook, wasting our money on space with your space Zionist program of lies. Go do Google Earth. Go see all the parabolic mirrors and all the tech they got in Israel. This nation, this false nation that was raised up by these derelict corporate America again. I've seen them. Working on the wow factor, the wow sound, huh? And all these different things. Towers up everywhere for the wow signal to cause more havoc. See, with the right signal, you can make the earth turn to liquid, folks. Hence, mud flood. So if you're turning thereafter, trying to take over control, that's where you're getting these mud floods from. It's from frequencies that are manufactured by man to devastate areas and lay waste and death upon what they're taking over. That's the facts, folks. So, yep, judgment's coming from all. So, anyway, what else we got going here? So that's some pretty sad viewing, and I hope more people can do stuff, say things a lot better than I do to get the ball rolling about these scumbags, man. So, them scumbags there, and much more. I'm just not just pointing this group of scumbags out, but they are a bunch of real scumbag people right here. So go read that article. It's links in there who these representatives are. And there's nothing good about them. They're sitting there smiling, dressed up in their suits, man. You guys are pieces of shit. This is from me, the Red Brick Bob. You people are pieces of shit. And I pray that you turn your lives around and rat on yourselves for being the scumbags you are. So what else we got going here? Just drifting in the black mirror. So what's up with you? Nicky Ray?
So let's go here. Let's see what's going on here. So thanks for that, Michelle Gibson. Let's see what else we got going on here. We got Street View. We're gonna turn that off. We're done with the Kensington. We're done with the get to know those douchebags. We don't want to see them no more. I don't want to see them no more, unless they're being strapped and welded in cells. So I even did a Yandex. That's a Russian browser. And when I did the Russian browser, and I punched in Kensington, what do you think it pulled up, folks? Huh? But Yandex, I said Kensington tourism. Oh no, yeah, Kensington, Philadelphia tourism. Look what it pulled up, folks. That's what the Russian browser pulled up. Huh? So, oh, that wasn't showing yet. Now you can see it. See what the Russian browser pulls up? Tourism, and look, doing the nod there. Pretty sad, ain't it, folks? Well, yeah, we already said that, didn't we? So, yeah, pretty damn sad. What else we got going on? Both browsers pulled that up. Just crap. Everything you wanted. So we don't need that browser open no more. And don't need that browser open no more. And that browser. Wow, power went off twice there this week, huh? Yeah, they need to utilize it for the shit they're doing, you know? So they come up with excuses to do shit. Screwing with everybody's shit, you know? The shakers and the roller, you know? Affecting the market, you know, with their fucking horse shit. So there we are in the stream here, and we got Mickey Ray, and we have White Tail show up, and what else we got going on here? That's it, basically. So we had a couple of people show up. What's going on here? Checking the browser, just raining down some truth on everybody here, and we didn't get no rain today, and I'm thankful. So wow, that sucks. I remember one time here at Mickey Ray, it was 10 days without power, and it was cold then too. So yeah, sorry to hear that. I hope it gets better there. It makes you want to try to be more self-sufficient in those things that we need, you know what I mean? So yeah. So in the Black G, but another beautiful thing is, let's see here, that like just like everywhere I go, don't matter where I go, even in the Black Mirror. Let's see, didn't I just have a browser open? Did I have something open? Yeah, I thought I had a window capture open. No, that's not a window capture. That's my video capture. Okay, here's a window capture right there. We got the travel guide. Okay, that's what I wanted to show you. It's like when you go, and I transition that over, and you hear and you see, you know, like your first pick there. See, this is a building of old. See, it was red bricks, folks. This building right here. Okay, and it went through a transformation. The foundation shows it. See, I know this because I've been a meltologist since 2019. You know, watch a couple of Michelle Gibson's videos, you know, like that Villanoma, right there, that university, you know, right there in the corner. You know, that's building of the past. That was here when this the miracle was founded, you know, but he hid that from us too. So that browser's trying to open up, it's trying to do something. I'm going to close it. Goodbye. You're too intrusive with your cookies. Oh, you need rain? Alright, well, send the rain to Mickey Ray. Let it rain over there. So, well, let's see what else we got going on here. That's it. I don't know what else to talk about right now. She did a good job with her videos. So let's see who this is here. We'll go. So this is Michelle Gibson here. So there's your channel. Go check her out. If you check her out, tell her Red Brick Bob send you from the Red Bricks channel, and she's got some pretty good videos. An extension of that, and I urge you to, you know, you have to have more than a 10-minute attention span, and she would enlighten you in so many things. You would jump in a rabbit hole and start looking yourself and come up with all kinds of good stuff. So we need you out there, folks. So just like other people inspire other people, Michelle Gibson is an inspiration in regard to her research and her work and presentation. So thank you for that. You help enlighten me to so much, and show me how lame my presentation is with compared to how you present things. So thank you for how you present things there, Michelle Gibson. What else we got to say? That's about it for now. So I hope Mickey Ray gets some rain there. I hope everything's good with Whitetail. And love your neighbor like you love yourself. I'm gonna go smoke another doobie. I just don't got it in me tonight to do any more, man. You know, I started it and I ain't been streaming that long, but long enough. So I did a lot of shit today. So I'm gonna head out, folks. So peace to y'all. Wish I could stay up longer, but I ain't got it in me. And Red Bricks. Love your neighbor like you love yourself. Thanks for stopping by, Mickey Ray. I'm gonna have to do something. I'm gonna get real busy with. I'm gonna get busy with finding some better means of talking about meltology with the boots on the ground and everything, and I'd like to get some kind of chronological order to get something put together better to make it more concise, quick, to the point. You know, like I've seen these meltology documentaries and they're just a little bit too long. We need something more concise, pointing things and showing people just the melt side of what we're saying. So that's my hope. Anyone wants to get involved, please do. We need you all. And thank you again for everybody who stops by, says hello, and send a link. Get other people involved. Make a comment. Tell other people, make a comment. Let's inspire one another. So, good night, man. I'm out of here. See, that medicine just keep you jacking away, man. Peace. Love your neighbor like you love yourself. Get out of studio mode. And we end by saying, Red Bricks. May the rain fall for Mickey Ray. They need it there. Good night.